Hi everybody, Natalie here with All Four Paws of West Palm Beach. I'm back to continue my segment about separation anxiety in dogs. And I'm here at Jake's house today to show you a very candid glimpse of what separation anxiety looks like in this particular dog. He's got a lot of nervous energy and has a very hard time being left alone. So hang tight for me. I just got here. I'm going to let him out of his crate and I'm going to show you what the behavior looks like and how I'm going to handle it in a humane way. I'm going to redirect it. Okay, so I just got to Jake's house. I let him out of the crate. That was him tripping over my tripod. And what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of ignoring him. So I had a minute to ignore him a little bit when I first got here as I was setting up my tripod. I'm letting him get water, and you'll notice in the shot that he is what's called stress panting right now. So he's not hot. He's in the air conditioning. It's actually pretty cool out here. And he's just kind of pacing around. So he's had a minute to sort of settle down to the idea of me being in here. He's not jumping on me or anything. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like if I try to walk him. So to Jake, excuse me, the leash, is very exciting. It means he's going to be able to go outside and have these adventures and smells and sights and sounds, car rides and things of that nature. So it's very exciting. So you can see that Jake is already anxiously at the door. He is stress panting profusely. Again, it's very cool out. He's been inside in the AC. He's had water. This isn't a thirsty type of pant. This is very specific to being anxious and stressed, and it's called stress panting. He is very nervous. You can see his body kind of having these quivering type of movements. And then if I go to put the leash on him, it's totally fine. I want to be clear. It's okay for a dog to be excited to go out for a walk. When you're dealing with separation anxiety and the excitement has a lot of nervous energy and anxious energy to it, that's what is not so healthy that we want to try to, redirect to something different. Come here, Jake. So what I try to do with Jake is I have him further away from the door versus being right up close to the door. He knows the drill a little bit. I want him to sit there or lay, and I go towards the door, and if he gets up, I just kind of gently and cautiously remove my hand from the door. I don't do anything too fast. None of these things are a punishment. Not slamming anything in his face if he gets up and I open the door. I make sure to close things carefully. So he's stress panting. He is, very hyper-focused on the door and my movements that might equal going outside. So because I don't want him to be this close, that's not going to set him up for success. I guarantee that if I were to open the door right now, he'd be bolting out. I want the walk to start out with a nice, calm, relaxed energy, and I want it to be me that's calling the shot of, okay, now it's time to exit home. So I'm going to set him up over here again. Come on, Jake. I just got a little treat here, luring him with. I've done this without treats too, so either one. And I'm going to start over. So that's much better for him this time. I was able to unlock the door and go to the doorknob without him getting up, so I'm giving him treats for that. Good boy. And I'm going to try to open it and see how it goes. So he got up and kind of bolted towards the door. You can see I'm doing this all slowly. I'm going to bring him over here again. Good boy. So you can see that he knows when he gets up, what happens as a result of that is that the door closes. And eventually over time, you can teach your anxious dog to relax by them being reinforced only for, you gotta stay inside, kitty cat. For the dog only being reinforced for calmly waiting for release words such as okay in order to exit the home with you. So I don't want the kitty to go out. Come, buddy. Come. See, and it's like if I even do anything over here, you can see Jake's anxiety levels rising. Come here, sweet kitty cat. I know you want to go out too. Hi, buddy. Okay, this again is displaying, so you can clearly see the stress panting, the quivering, the quickness in his body as far as how he's moving. So I'm going to try the door again. I'm going to grab the leash. And I would just keep repeating this until I get the desired behavior. So for the sake of not making this video too long, I'm going to come pause this, work on it, and then continue. So hang tight. Okay, so we ran through a little practice. We just repeated that same process a couple times to show Jake the behavior that we want. And again, be really super patient with your dog. Have a lot of empathy and compassion for separation anxiety, because for a dog to be at this level of nervous energy, it's very uncomfortable for them. Think about if you've ever had, a really anxious experience. The feelings are not so wonderful. So he is looking away from the door this time. He's still stress panting, but he's not bolting up quite as quickly. I'm going to toss him a treat, and notice that I'm treating him in the area where I want him to be. I'm not holding the treat here, because then I'm asking him to come back towards me, essentially. So I'm able to open the door all the way without Jake getting up and bolting, which is really a lot of progress for him. And now, because I like how he's being calm, I'm going to release him, and I'm going to decide when we walk out the door. So I'm going to say, Jake, okay, let's go, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Yeah, good dog. We're going to leave in a second. Let's get a treat. Come, let's go. Good boy. Yay, good boy. So I decided to break this segment up into multiple parts because separation anxiety is such a broad spectrum subject, and there's many exercises that you can do like this one with your dog to help them achieve relaxation and to have a much better walk and a better experience with your dog overall. So you can see I was able to achieve my goal here with Jake exiting the home without him bolting at the door. I set him up for success by telling him what I wanted, giving him the treats in the area where I wanted him to be, having him on a leash for safety purposes if he were to bolt out the door, and also showing him that every time he was getting up, the result of that was the door was closing, which was the opposite of what he wanted. So work with your dog, be patient. You can use treats, be calm, move slowly, and with enough repetition of these exercises, you can drastically help your dog improve their separation anxiety and their overall generalized anxiety. So thanks for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe so you can get all the videos in this series and my other videos to help you with all the stuff that you may be encountering with your dog, or things that you might know someone who is encountering these issues, and you can share the videos. Happy training, everyone.